To finish our seamless cycle, we're going to need to do a little bit of changes to our tangent handles within the curve editor. Continuing from the last lesson, we saw that there was a slight pause to our animation. It's not quite seamless. So a couple of things we need to do is, one, we need to edit our tangent handles, and two, we're going to need to make sure that we knock off this last frame, so we're only viewing from frames 1 to 32 to see the seamless cycle occur. Let's select our ship and we'll go right to our curve editor. I'll actually go to the full curve editor this time. I'll bring it over and shrink down the window size. Maybe just a little bit more. There we go. Now let's notice something very important. I'll go to the position Z track, and you'll see that we're getting this nice seamless blend from our infinite curve to our real function curve, and this is what is important in order to create our seamless cycles. This is what type of effect we want to try to create. Now this doesn't necessarily mean that our tangents need to be set to flat, because if we were to focus now on our rotation Y track, we can see that in this case we don't want them to be flat, but instead we're going to want to angle our tangent handles in a way where, again, we'll have a nice blend between our infinite curve and our real curve. So to do this, for one, what we can do is actually zoom in a little bit more here. I'll go to the View menu and choose Zoom Region, and just go ahead and zoom this entire region to basically make sure we can see it in better detail, and then right click. Now we can select our start and end keys, and going to our tangents here at the top, we can basically lock the tangents. Okay, so I'll probably need to go over one more. There it is. Now by doing so, watch this. As we influence one tangent handle, we're going to be able to modify the other. And as we do, now we see that we're getting that seamless blend here from our infinite to our real curve. So here's how this all affects the animation. By hitting play, we can see now we have achieved that seamless cycle. And by knocking off that last frame, if we were to go ahead and change our end time to frame 32, now we'll be able to see that seamless cycle occur. So those are some techniques we'll want to keep in mind for any cycles that we'll work on. Again, try to get into the habit of working with odd numbers of frames, or at least find a nice frame where you'll get a nice midpoint. Also make sure that you knock off the last frame, and make sure that your tangent handles are going to be blended in a way where you'll have a nice transition from your infinite curve to your real curve. So now that we have this cycle, we can increase our time range to whatever many frames we like, and it's going to repeat continuously throughout. In the next lesson, we'll look at a way we can collapse our cycled animation to extract keyframe data from those infinite curves.